Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be a fun video. I wanted to do like a throwback of like using some of the first products and or some like nostalgic products that I haven't used in a really long time, and I thought I might just do a full face of like older nostalgic products. Some of these are like older products you would see people using in like the old school YouTube, but like they aren't old. Like this isn't like 8 years old, you know what I'm saying? It's only like maybe a year old, this powder. But like a couple of the other products, like my blush and highlighter I'm going to use, those are actually probably 3 years old. But it's a powder product, so I don't really worry about stuff getting old and like hurting my like skin or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my bangs back, zoom you guys in, and we'll get started with the video. Okay, so I thought for a primer we might go in with the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer with coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin reviewers. Okay, so I thought I'd go in with this. I know a lot of people used to use this back in the day of like old school YouTube, and I actually got this in, I want to say like a BoxyCharm or something like that. Like it's been a while back and I really hadn't ever used it, so this is actually my first time ever using this product. Or maybe I use it like one other time. So it definitely feels hydrating. I don't really like hydrating primers just because I have oily skin, so I really don't need any hydration. But I knew that was like an old school primer, so I thought it was like perfect for today's video. So next I'm going in for foundation, the NYX Total Control. This is like the foundation. I know a lot of people used to use this back in the day, and this is actually quite old. I know I have not used this in quite a while. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't like smell like paint or anything, so I think we're okay to go ahead and use it. I know this is like half empty. If I like put my mind to it, I could probably use that up if I wanted to. I remember this product being like very like lightweight on the skin. This is a bit light for my my skin tone right now, but that's okay. I can always add a little extra bronzer or something. But I remember this foundation being like very not heavy feeling and very not like a dewy finish. It was like a nice like soft matte finish. Okay, it is a very full coverage foundation. I just don't like the shade of it. I feel like I'm very pale right now. I'm very pale right now. So sorry. Next I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is actually really old. Like this is like centuries old. And it smells like normal. And this is like not a good color for me either. So I'm just going to put a little bit on. Hope for the best. If my skin breaks out, we're going to know why. This is such a good concealer though. Like I remember back in the day like loving. This was like the actual very first concealer I ever bought when I started wearing makeup. And this looks really good. I'm going to add just a little bit to try to even out this like lighter colored foundation we got going on here. Okay, next for powder is going to be the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I have mine in the shade Translucent, and I want to say this is a brand new one. Yeah, this is actually a brand new one of these. I got this, I want to say like in a Ipsy or BoxyCharm or something. But this is a really good powder. I've always loved this powder. I went through, I want to say a couple of these. The powder just really sets your face nicely and it leaves it with a nice matte finish. I really like this powder. Okay, next up for bronzer is going to be an oldie but a goodie, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is just called Light Bronzer. This is like, I think just the like original bronzer color. I have pan on mine. I've actually went through, I want to say like 3 of these. I've used up a couple of these. I think I used up one last summer. But this is just such a good bronzer, especially for the summertime. Okay, and then for blush, this is a oldie but a goodie for me. This is a favorite of mine. This was the L'Oreal like peach collection they came out with, probably like, I don't know, like 4, maybe, I would say a good 5 years ago. Mine doesn't smell like peach anymore and my lid is actually broken, but I remembered loving this peach blush. And L'Oreal also had a little peach palette, and I think I still have it. But that's not the palette that we're using today. This blush is still so good. It still like works so good, even though it's like 5 years old. I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyebrows because I don't really have any nostalgic eyebrow products. Do my eyebrows and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my brows on and I want to go in for eyeshadow. Now this is a very nostalgic palette for me. This is the very first palette that I ever bought when I first was getting into YouTube. This is the original Fenty palette, the Galaxy one. I literally just dropped that palette. I don't even know why. I was trying to open it. Nothing broke, thankfully. Here's what the palette looks like. Mine is a little bit like dusty, just from all the shimmer shades. This is a fully shimmer palette. Now, I used this palette like some when I first got it, but I really didn't use it a lot. I felt like I couldn't really get a good grasp on like how to use it, because it's an all shimmer palette. But now that I look at the colors and the shimmers, I feel like I could really enjoy this a lot more. So I want to go ahead and do just a quick easy eye look. I'm going to go in with the bronzer, and I'm just going to take a really fluffy brush and I just want to kind of put a wash of color just kind of like in my crease, just to create just a little bit of definition. This is kind of what I do on a day where I want to just create like a really easy like one shadow and done look. I'll just use my bronzer that I used for the day so that way it kind of matches the rest of your face. And I just put some in the crease, kind of like so. And I'm going to use, I want to use this pink shade. It's like a pink shade. This really looks pink over here, but this shade here in the middle is a really pretty shade. Like, it's really pretty. And these shimmers are actually like, I feel like they're actually really nice, and I feel like maybe I was kind of forgetting about like this is an actual like decent palette, and it's still performing well even though this is probably like, I don't know, 8 years old or more. So here's what the like quick one and done eye look kind of turned out to be. It is really pretty. I do want to go ahead and swatch just a few shades. So here is some of the shades swatched. The only thing I do remember about this palette, like some of them are not very pigmented, but others are. And so like the really pigmented ones are like really pretty. This is kind of like a duochrome. So that's kind of just a quick little swatch of the colors of that palette. Okay, and then for highlighter, this is going to be a fun one. I want to go in with the Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline. This is in the Molten Gold shade. Here's what it looks like. Isn't that just so pretty? This little brush, I don't even know the brand. It says Luna Magic, but this highlighter is so pretty, and it was such the rage back in the day. I thought this was just fitting for this video. Okay, so I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara and we'll be right back. Okay, so mascara's on. I went in with the LA Girl Lift Off Mascara. This has been my favorite one as of recently. And then for the last but not least product, as this is an oldie but a goodie and it's a favorite of mine. For lips, the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. This like is a old school favorite of mine. I love this shade. So I thought we would go in with this today. This is such a pretty nude shade. And I've had this for quite a while. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, but it still smells just fine. It smells like the old, like the way the soft matte lip creams smell, the NYX ones. So that is the last nostalgic product in today's video. This is how the makeup look turned out. I think it looks so good. Even though this NYX Total Control foundation is pretty light, but I kind of warmed up the skin with my bronzer, and you know, I think it looks really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like the video before you leave and subscribe. And y'all, don't forget you're absolutely stunning. Bye y'all, thanks for watching.